of the touring cars from Gran Turismo 5 as a DLC pack now comes back on Gran Turismo Sport with an updated version of the Mazda Roadster touring car. So for this custom race on Gran Turismo Sport, so this is going to be pretty perfect that this will might be able to have a what-if racing method, that this will might be able to take the challenge for only one Roadster, that this will might be able to take on the Gr.4 cars. So this is going to be perfect that this will might have a good race will might be able to take. So let's just going to take a good look at the performance settings again. So the max power is 205, max torque is 148.9, the weight is 1,753, and the drivetrain is FR. So looks like everything is going to be quite very good to have different settings in. Mostly it's definitely unable to adjust on the downforce level on the front and rear, so this is definitely might be unavailable on the aerodynamics section of this. And then this definitely also has a 5-speed transmission as the usual, so this is definitely a very good car and a very good setting. So this is definitely might be pretty good that this will might have everything that this will be needed. So this will might be able to go with the Gr.4 settings, and then this is definitely might be pretty excellent that this is going to be able to do better. So just finally also to level up onto the power level, so this will might be able to purchase on some mileage points. So even that this is definitely might be very good for one good touring car, that this will might be getting everything will might get started for. Now even that this is going to be able to take a lot of good settings, that this is definitely might need to have a lot of adjusted horsepower that this will might need to adjust. So maybe this is definitely make it into an N300 category, so that will be very good. So even that this is going to be a very tough race, that this might climbed up, that this will might take the challenge. So this is going to get everything well situated, that this will might need to take, that this will might be able to get started. Alright, let's get ready for a 3-round race to see that this is going to be a test, that this will might be able to prove a might, that this will might have that Roadster will be able to take on all the Gr.4 cars in this race, that this is going to get everything better. Now this is going to be able to go with 4 laps, that this is going to be able to get ready for one good standard race, but a lap race that this is definitely might be needed for. So maybe this is definitely might be earn some more credits regularly, so maybe this is definitely might be able to do better. So let's just gonna go with Gr.4, and then even if possible that this is gonna get everything needs to be able to take a lot of more speed and a lot of handling turns, that this is gonna get everything better. So try the endurance, that this might earn up with some more credits regularly, so that should be quite good enough that this will might be pretty good to be able to have to stack up with some more credits faster. So that will might help. So it will might be able to do a lot of recommend tips that this will might be able to do better. So let's go and try this race. We might take a 10-minute challenge, and then this is going to get everything well prepared for a 3-round race with a 10-minute endurance race, that this one might be able to get started for. But give her the takes, and now this is definitely one of the most best helpful tools by using the Mazda Roadster touring car, that this is going to get everything ready. Now let's just gonna go and get ready to get started, and then this is going to be giving a lot of extra horsepower that this will be needed for sure. So just going to make sure that the power ratio range is going to be stopped at 130, because this is going to be able to help out whenever you guys need it, that this is definitely might be giving the best helping tool. Will might get settled to be able to have a one good earnings of this race will might take. So let's get ready to get started, because this is going to get everything prepared. Alright, here we go. Let's start this race, and then let's get started. Now this is going to get everything well performance upgraded, that this is going to be needed, that this will might have a very good race, that this will might be able to take the chance, will might climb up and then goes faster, that this will might go quicker to get. Now, as I recall to see this interior view, because this is definitely might be more updated race version, because this is definitely might be pretty cool and also have everything on it that this is definitely also applied with some good race modification, well adjusted. So it is definitely the updated version of the Mazda Roadster touring car with a yellow stripe on the hood. So this is definitely might be changes up on the different features that definitely might be additionally giving a better makeover updated treatment. So originally that it was definitely used as a white stripe on the hood, so now on the yellow stripe in GT Sports. So it also uses back in GT5 and GT6, what's definitely originally that this is definitely also to have a good white color on it. So even if possible that this is definitely might be pretty good to choose any colors with a good stripe of a black and white. But now it is definitely might be pretty customizable in the library editor, including making a good exact replica and mostly other features like any other race library design versions, that this is definitely might be pretty perfect. And also the Gran Turismo 1 race modification versions as well, because that would be so perfect if anybody has one. That will be giving a good replica design terrific, that this is going to be very amazing. Now this is going to get everything well prepared, that this is going to be able to take a lot of risks. So this may take 10 minutes of the race, that this is going to get everything well careful that this one might have. So even that this is going to be able to take a lot of more earnings, that this is going to be able to stack up faster, because this is going to get very tougher, that this one might be able to be ready for one tough risk and also to take one good challenge, that this one might be able to prove their work for this roadster, that this one might take on the Gr.4 cars. So just going to be able to do a little bit possible things if you really want to go and have some extra earnings, that this one might help. Because take the clean race, folks, because this is definitely might help, because this is going to be able to have a better ways to be able to use this Mazda Roadster to be able to challenge the Gr.4 cars to take on with a very good challenging ways, that this is going to be able to do better, and especially to be able to race on the lobby. That would be much better, that this will might challenging with the Gr.4 cars, and especially the one make race, that this is going to be able to do perfectly better. So any race whenever you go with regular, one make, and race with the Gr.4 cars, that this is going to be taking the tough challenge, that this one might get prepared. So it will be able to do very wisely, that this is going to be able to take a lot of clean passes, that this one might go in. Now looks like 8 more cars to go, so this is going to get everything well better, that this is going to be able to take on to do a little bit, maintain the pace. We might stay on it, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit few more passes one at a time. Now this is going to get everything well situated, that this is going to be able to take a lot of concentrated clean turns. We might get in and get better. I hope that this is going to be able to do quicker, that this will might take that inside turns we might get. So it was definitely might be given the good starter colors on the British Racing Green Metallic, just like the other Mazda Roadster versions, and mostly that it also has 6 additional colors added, and then the color will remain the same, but the yellow stripe color was definitely included. So this is definitely might be pretty surprising, that this is definitely pretty perfect and pretty cool. So that will be much best choice for this Mazda Roadster, that this will be able to use as a 100,000 credit range, but now it's also to be deducted as an 80,000 credit, that this will be easier to buy. So this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to get this car as part of the July 2019 update. But this is definitely going well, and then looks like the car number is definitely changed as well. So this is definitely pretty cool to be able to race this one of the best GT5 touring cars again, and then this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to take a little bit more chances to be able to earn up with some more credits faster. So even that most of the other touring cars from Gran Turismo 5, like the Honda CRC touring car, the Nissan Skylines R32 to R34 GTRs has that kind of a race modification, including the R33, because that was very perfect to have a wide body version, just like the Turismo GTR LM race car from the 1990s 24 Hours of Le Mans. That would be quite very excellent. That this is definitely also might have one of the touring cars will be able to add it in on GT Sport, but it might be able to have one Roadster, because it was definitely also seen as the ND version with the wing part of the Mazda Roadster, because this is definitely the 2015 version that has a touring car version. But well, exactly that Polyphony Digital is putting up the first generation Mazda Roadster touring car would be in the game, because that would be much perfect to be able to have the best Roadster that this will be able to race, that this is definitely might be marked as the N200 category. So that would be pretty cool that this is definitely might be able to race for the Gr.4, but it already did, because everybody did all that part, because this is definitely might be help that this is going to be able to have a good race, that this will might have a very good competition, that this is going to be able to get everything well started, that this will might be able to get needed. Now looks like time remaining left to go, so looks like this is going to be able to take 2 consecutive rounds besides 3, so maybe this is going to be able to do perfectly, that this will might be able to take the challenge, will might go there. Now looks like just going to be able to get closer to be able to have the Mazda Roadster touring car, that this is going to be able to take the lead, will might get everything better, will might keep it up on it. Just going to be able to get closer to the Audi TT Cup car, and then this will be able to do the best chances, will might get in and get better, will might be able to stay clean. Okay, just going to get everything in and then take it nice and slow. Now, this is going to get everything well better, that this is going to be able to reach up onto the last stretch until this one might be able to proceeding in onto the 5th and final lap. So, good thing that the endurance, that this is definitely might be the best choice to be able to earn up with some more credits faster, besides the standard lap race that this is definitely might need to go in. So, if you really wanted to take a lot of more earnings, that this might be able to going in onto the custom race, because try the endurance race before you're about to use the Mazda Roadster touring car. That would be much easier whenever you see the 100,000 credit range to be able to choose a category to race for the Gr.4 and go professional on the difficulty, because this is definitely might be pretty helpful, that this is definitely might be needed. So it will also have to take 60 minutes or even 2 hours or even an hour and a half, that this is going to be able to take a little bit more race time, that this will might be able to stack up with some more credits faster. That was one of the best helping methods, that this will might be able to earn credits faster, that this will might be able to keep racing for more. Oh man. And also try to keep up, because this is definitely might be needed, because just giving a little bit example tip, so don't get a little bit too distracted, that this is definitely might need to have a lot of work. Okay, just gonna be able to make sure this is gonna be able to take a little bit time remaining, but I hope that this is gonna get everything well needed, because just try to keep up whenever you reach up in first place, because this is gonna be able to do much possible, that this is gonna get everything in. Alright, just gonna get closer and then try to overtake back onto the Audi TT Cup. and then this is going to get everything needed. Okay, just get in there, and then this is going to get everything well closer to be able to get. So it looks like this is going to get pretty worked hard, and then now this is going to get better, that this is going to be able to take plenty much concentrated whenever you pass all the Group 4 cars. This is going to be a one hard race that this might need to take a concentration. We might have a good clean race. So let's just gonna earn some credits regularly, and then mileage points comes back to be able to earn up some more, and then this will be needed to be able to upgrade any car that this will might need adjust the performance. So looks like this is definitely might be pretty good for the Mazda Roadster to pass all the Group 4 cars, and now this is gonna be able to take a lot of concentration we might need to stay focused we might get. Now let's just gonna go and get ready for the next race. So how about taking on the city course that this will might do better. So let's just gonna go over to Tokyo Expressway Central Outer Loop. Now this is gonna be able to go on the night time, so this is gonna get everything ready we might get started. So this is gonna be able to get race number 2 we might do better, and then this is going to get everything well better, that this might take a final race that this is going to be able to do a lot better. So even depends that which different earnings that this might go on a different track, because this is going to get everything well better. So I hope that this is going to be able to get ready for one good race that this might be able to get started. So let's see how it happens that this one might race on the Central Outer Loop of Tokyo Expressway, and then here we go. This is going to be a perfect nighttime race that this is going to be able to match perfectly for the Mazda Roadster touring car that this is going to be able to climb in for. Now, just going to be able to keep on track of the time, folks. Whenever you really want to go into first place, start out on 20th place, that this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this one might earn up with some more credits faster, because this is going to get everything well situated, because take a lot of pressure to be able to take the chance whenever you get the clean race bonus, because this is going to get everything a little bit harder if we might be able to have to take a little bit chance that this is going to be able to do easier. Okay, just going to give one tight squeeze past in, and then just going to be able to take that turn, we'll go in. Now this is going to get perfectly, might be needed to be able to have one good clean race, might get everything better, but just going to be able to be very passive when you're on the custom race. Okay, just going to get there. Now this is going to get everything well situated, that this one might take it nice and slow, because this is going to get very closer, that this might be able to avoid the bumps, because that could be the only hardest thing that we need to overcome this clean race, that this is going to get everything better. Okay, pass on to the Hyundai Genesis, and now just going to take that last turn to go on to the next lap. So even for this guess that this is going to be able to take 6 laps or 5 laps, so better to make sure watch the clock, the time remaining, and then this one might be able to keep on track whenever there's the final lap approaches. Okay. Now even better make sure this is going to get very tougher on this race without hitting anything. So this is definitely might be needed to be able to earn up regularly for another run, and then this is going to get everything well suited for having that kind of a race. Okay, let's just going to get everything well speeded up and quicker, and now this is definitely might be able to do much more night racing to be able to get. Alright, keep going, and then takes a little bit more patience and then do some more overtake, and then this is going to get everything better. Because this is going to need to do a lot of hard work if there's any tough opponents by using the Gr.4 car. Only in the lobby of the race, but even in sport mode. But even if possible that this is going to be able to wait for a one-make race of the Mazda Roadster touring car. So this is definitely might be pretty excellent in going that this is going to be able to take the one tough challenge that this school might have to be able to take. So it's going to be able to drive faster and quicker. So we just definitely might need to do a lot of practice whenever which track are we going to race by using a Mazda Roadster touring car for the one-make race. We might get everything well prepared. Now looks like just going to keep passing forward, and then this is going to get everything. Will might do a lot of fast passes that this is going to be able to climb in, and then take some a little bit concentrated that this is going to be able to be very patient. All right, coming in. That's better. Now, this is definitely might be getting excellent that this is going to be able to take a little bit concentrated time, that this is going to get everything what we need. All right, looks like approaching in onto the red Ferrari 458 Italia. Just going to be able to make sure that this is going to be able to give a one good clean pass we might come in. Okay, looks like fourth lap is definitely pressing on, and then this is going to be able to take 5 minutes time remaining, and then, well, even for the guess that this is going to be able to take a 7-lap challenge around the track, that this is going to be able to do a little bit more intriguing guess that this is definitely might be able to race around. Okay, just gonna make one good speeding pass onto the Audi. I hope so that this is gonna get everything better and faster and keep it going and concentrated. Alright, looks like Alfa Romeo 4C. Looks like just like having an N200 race like the regular 4C, so looks like this is definitely might be getting one good competitive rematch, but differently, this is going to be well prepared that this will might get everything, will have one good tough challenge, and then this is going to get everything well faster pace will might going in, and then this is going to be able to take. Alright, just going to take a little bit more time. 4 minutes left. Now this is going to get better that this is going to be able to do a little bit more concentrated, that this will might keep up the distance. Alright, Roadster takes the lead, and now the Alfa Romeo 4C is going to be able to catch up to my current position, and this is going to get everything well needed that this will might take the first place leading, and then strong Gr.4 car can probably able to take on the newbie. Well, definitely the N200 car newcomer, that definitely title for the nickname for it. So this is definitely pretty perfect that this is going to be able to drive quickly, to be able to drive faster, to be able to keep it going. So even if possible that this one might be able to check on any performance range on the power ratio. So this is going to get better, that this is definitely might be able to go tougher, that this is going to be able to go stronger, to be able to take a tough race. We might keep it up and keep going. Okay, looks like this is going to get everything well efficient, that this is going to be able to work faster. Okay, stay on it, and then this is going to be able to take enough time, and then this is going to be able to do okay. Alright, 1 minute and 24 seconds. Just like having a lot of practice, folks, because, well, even that this is going to be able to use on sports hard tires, because this is definitely might be pretty prepared for a one-make race will go in. Now, looks like 6th lap is definitely going in, and then this is going to be able to have the 7th lap coming towards until this is going to be able to have a final lap of the race. This is going to be able to proceed forward and better, and now this is going to be able to take 10 minutes of time. Will might get everything well situated that this is going to have to take plenty much more handling turns that this is going to be able to keep up for the practice. Now, looks like it's going to have that better turn, and then this is definitely might be able to stay on this lane, and then even going in that this is going to get everything better. We might be able to cruise around on to the city track. Okay, looks like this makedown's for only a minute left, and then this is going to be it. 7th lap is going to be the final lap, folks. This is going to be able to do a little bit more circuiting around the track that this is going to be able to coming in, because this is a Group 4 party for the Mazda Roadster touring car as the N200 category. But luckily that this is definitely well performed, adjusted as the N300 category. That will be much better to keep going faster. So even if possible that the Mazda Roadster touring car can also enable on the one make event on the GT League. So better make sure that this is going to be able to check the settings again, and this is definitely might be able to do better whenever you see the N100 range, because that was definitely also categorized by the performance, that this is definitely might be able to have a good check on it. So this one might be able to take a quick look after this race ends, and now this is going to get everything ready to go. Alright, move on to the final lap of the race, and now this is going to get everything ready to go, and then this is going to be able to have a race well done at the finish, and then this is going to be able to take the podium. Will might get in. Alright, that was a very wonderful race, folks, because this is a pretty good race for only one Roadster to take on the Group 4 car. Now, that was very perfectly that this is definitely might be giving the best method to be able to earn up with some more credits faster. So this is going to be able to give one outcome results to see it. So looks like it's 85,700 credits for a first place win. So maybe let's just gonna go and collect it and get everything well achieved, and then looks like this one might be able to have a 2-round race finish for a moment, folks, because this is definitely might be pretty competitive that this one might be able to get started for. So maybe this is definitely might be the best car that this will be able to race for the Group 4. So evenly that this is going to be able to do better if there's more touring cars will be able to coming in maybe in the later updates. So good thing that this is definitely might be pretty cool for this Roadster. So it is pretty fast and competitive, and looks like this is definitely might be very updatable like the original. So this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to take a good look at the settings. So this one might be able to switch it in, and then this one might be able to get something don't forget, because looks like this is definitely might be pretty good to be require settings before you're about to participate in the Roadster event on the GT League in the beginner and the amateur league. So this one might be able to stop at power ratio 72%. So that would be much eligible that this one might enter the race. So that will be able to help, because this is definitely might be giving the best tool methods that this is definitely much appreciated. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification upload, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the custom race on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.